are storage fees and when do you need to take them into account when reselling on Amazon? Now, if you're watching this video and you're solely FBM, feel free to swipe away or whatever, because this is only going to concern you if you are doing FBA or if you plan on doing FBA, or maybe you do both FBA and FBM. Either way, if you've got anything FBA about your business, anything where Amazon fulfills stuff for you, then you need to watch this. So storage fees are one of the costs, one of the fees associated with doing FBA. And basically it all boils down to this. It's just Amazon charging you a bit of rent space really for keeping your products in their warehouse. Now, how much they charge you will differ per product and dependent on how long you're going to keep it in storage for. Now, really, they make up the smallest part of your overall costs. They don't cost a lot. Obviously, it's still something to account for. We need to account for all fees. We need to be as accurate as we can be with every product that we analyze to ensure that we have a proper picture painted about the product that we want to buy, we want to resell. So BuyBotPro will show you the storage fees right here. Now, it will automatically factor in 1 month's worth of storage fees. Often, this is really all you need to factor in, because most of the time we're going to be buying stuff that, you know, is selling really well. So we're not planning on that thing sticking around forever. We want to keep things fresh. We want to clear things out ASAP just to keep things moving. You don't want to hold on to something forever. You know, it might plummet in terms of BSR. The sales might drop off, you know, things like that. So we want to get rid of stuff as soon as possible. We want to make that money as soon as possible. Okay, so this storage fee, really, most of the time, all you need to factor in is 1 month. Now, we can see in the total cost, if we hover over that, we have a breakdown there. We have the storage fee right there. In this case, it is 1p, 1 cent. Wow. And I mean, this is a small item. It's literally only a beanie. So for something like this, it isn't going to be very big. It's not taking up very much space in the Amazon warehouse. But for bigger items, you might find that it's going to be more. Like for a Lego set, for example, it might be something like 14p or whatever. It is never anything astronomical, at least not compared to things like the FBA fulfillment fees, depending on what prep service you use, maybe the prep fees or whatever. So yeah, they don't take it very much at all. Now, what you can do with this fee slider, if you want to know what things like without a storage fee, you know, you can set that to 0 and it's removed it. Wow, that 1p is gone, that 1 cent is gone. This is a deal now. Obviously, this isn't a deal. We've got negative profit. I don't even know how well it sells. I mean, it sells pretty good, but you know, not enough profit, not enough ROI. So yeah, we can move this number further up. So we might have that on 3 months, say, wow, a whole 3p. Obviously, you got to think about this in different product perspectives. As I say, if it was a different product or if it's a bigger one or whatever, then the storage fee might be a bit bigger, and then you might go, oh, okay, this is really something I need to factor in. So the storage fee, by the way, is literally just for this singular product on its own. So you have to think, you know, if you're buying a load of them, that's going to add up a bit. So yeah, if you were to extend it, why would you need to extend it? If you're planning on selling something at a different point, so like maybe, for example, you're in Q3, you're prepping stuff for Q4, obviously you want to get things in before things get really busy and nuts at the Amazon warehouse, and processing times take a bit longer. So you know, for Q4 you really want to be on the ball. You want to be as prepped in advance as possible. So you might be sending things in with the intention of keeping them in Amazon's warehouse for an extra month or two. And like, ideally you don't want to be like restocking over and over and over and over and replenishing over and over in the busy Q4 period. So you really want to sort of, it's like loading up something, like loading up a shelf, or you know, you want to make sure you've got enough ammunition to keep yourself firing away for as much of Q4 as possible. So, you know, you might buy a load of stock to see you through October, November, December. So therefore you expect it to be in for at least 3 months. And if you're sending it in, say August, you know, there's an extra month or two to factor in there. So you will move that along a bit more. So that's when really you would need to move this slider to account for that. Again, in this instance of this particular thing, you know, it really isn't the make or break factor here. And this product as well is another reason why you might want to extend the storage time. So like if you find a load of beanies, for example, that are marked down like a crazy amount in a store in the summertime, because of course no one's going to wear a beanie in the summer, you know, the more so for winter. In that case, you want to get them there and then assuming that everything else checks out and they're predicted to do quite well, you might want to store them until things get a bit colder. So that again is when you might want to move that storage fee slider. But that is really all there is to it. There's nothing that complicated at all about storage fees. Hopefully this helped you. Thank you for watching.